Function well on my end. All right, looks good. All right, this is the pre-market pulse scan for Thursday, June the 1st. The time is about 7:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a few things we need to go over today, and I'm hoping we can get it all done here in a timely fashion. There has been a plethora of news over the holidays, and you're beginning to see just how fast the agenda is being pushed over the last few weeks, last couple of months. On Be the Guerrilla Economist Rogue Money Show, we've been dealing with certain aspects of how technology is taking over more and more day-to-day tasks, taking over the job market. And right now, the unemployment rate for androids and algorithms is 0. Every android and algorithm has a job. That wants a job. Human beings, on the other hand, have been ruled obsolete. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But first, let's take care of some housekeeping. The overnight markets, the bond market. Bond futures right now are off about 10, maybe 11-30 seconds at 153.15. That's still in that medium range to high level. As long as bonds are trading around this 153, 154 handle and above, don't expect any rate hikes in the near term. It's just not going to happen. All right, Dow futures have slipped below 21,000. We're at 20,988, down 14 points. NASDAQ 100 has slipped below 5,800. We're at 57.97 3/4. And the E-mini S&P 500 is at 2411.5, so it's staying above 2,400. And the Nikkei is up 205 at 19,880. Crude oil up 10 cents at $48.42.5. And the U.S. dollar index is at 97.17. And gold is at 1268.50 after hitting a high of 1272.80. And it's right now down $6.80. And this is interesting. Let's see, that's okay. I guess so. Silver is down 28 cents at $17.12, staying above that critical $17 level. And natural gas has made a comeback after getting near the $3 handle. Now we're at $3.11, so it's up 4 cents. All right, so there you have the overnight markets. Not too much going on. Jobless claim numbers are coming out today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that could possibly move the markets. All right, what I wanted to talk to you about today is some articles. Yes, there have been some articles. Tokenized dollars. Singapore Central Bank details new blockchain trial. Did I not tell you that the central banks were in the process of setting up their own blockchain? Did I not say that? Months before the fact. Yes, it's happening. If you go back and you listen to my series on There Is No Collapse, you heard me talk about that. I did that series quite a while back now. And yes, we talked about this very fact. Tokenized dollar, Singapore Central Bank details new blockchain trial. Singapore Central Bank has published new details of distributed ledger trial that saw it issue digital tokens tied to its national currency. Issue digital tokens tied to its national currency. The report released yesterday details work conducted by the Monetary Authority of Singapore in partnership with a group of domestic banks along with professional services firm Deloitte and Distributed Ledger Consortium R3. The publication comes months after R3 opened a research center in Singapore, initially launched in November. The MES report centers around Project Ubin. Now, remember, the series I did, There Is No Collapse, is dated pre-November of 2016. The MES report centers around Project Ubin, an effort that authorities say seek to launch a tokenized form of the Singapore dollar on a distributed ledger. Did I not tell you that the fiat currencies were turning digital, and that not just digital, but they were going the way of blockchain? Did I not say that that is the new control grid? Because within that technology, it opens up a huge Pandora's box of control possibilities where you can track people in real time, even greater than what a GPS can do, even greater than what an RFID can do, because this part is tied to money, and money controls people's movements. All right? An RFID chip just tracks your movement, but blockchain has the potential to control your movement. Big difference. According to Institution, the first phase of the trial conducted between mid-November and late December of last year included elements drawn from the Bank of Canada's Project Jasper, a digital currency initiative that also involved R3. The Project Ubin initiative itself relied on a private Ethereum network that was created for the test. Those involved in the project also tested something called, looks like a Quorum, a private Ethereum implementation developed by JP Morgan to assess its privacy management tools. You can't make this stuff up, folks. I warned you. I told you it was coming. Oh, it's coming. The US dollar is next. It's the world's reserve currency after all. The overall outcome of the trial, according to MAS, was positive, with the report's authors saying Project Ubin's first phase was successful as it has brought together a wide range of parties. Further, it managed to build a working interbank transfer prototype on a private Ethereum network. Looking ahead, MAS hopes to expand on the Ubin concept and build further capabilities into the platform. Stop right there. And build further capabilities into the platform. And build further capabilities into the platform. And build further capabilities into the platform. Did I just not finish telling you where this was going to lead? All right. Now, looking ahead, MAS hopes to expand on Ubin concept and build further capabilities into the platform. Future phases were focused on future operating model of Project Ubin's further technical analysis. Focuses on security settlement by developing DVP and cross-border payments, MAS said. You can find said article on CoinDesk.com. Next article. Algo update. Coins seek searches dark for blocks using conditional orders. Are you guys seeing the picture here? The merger of banks with the central bank. In the last article, you heard the firm Deloitte. You've heard the firm JP Morgan. Interesting how pretty much anything that has to do with anything, you're going to hear the name JP Morgan or Goldman Sachs, something like that, right? Interesting. Those who seek shall find. Block liquidity, that is. The buy side for years has lamented its inability to find large blocks of stock, either due to high-frequency tradings picking them off, fragmentation, or a broker's lack of market reach, and will employ electronic or human means to find a natural fill. Now traders are getting a new electronic strategy from Cohen and Company for those who prefer to work their order in the dark pools. Enter BLOCKCHA. BLOCKCHA is an electronic dark block liquidity seeking strategy that uses conditional orders, which Cohen has recently implemented in other circumstances. BLOCKCHA users will be able to simultaneously access 10 dark pools with conditional orders, continue to work their order at additional dark pools with higher minimum quantities, and directly route to the market's newest exchange, IEX. The strategy is meant to target block liquidity, minimize information leakage, and help manage the workflow of direct routing order flow to several different block venues, explained Jennifer Hadarius, Cohen's global head of market structure. So how does it work? The underlying technology is called Seek1. The firm's dark liquidity seeker will only execute at midpoint or better. The algo accesses 17 dark venues via Seek, and traders can set which venues it looks at. This answers you guys' question early in the trading room on how you thought it was really strange how you saw no sell orders, but then you saw the Ethereum/Bitcoin market price just collapse. And then you saw the big blocks come in, and it seemed like all the different algos that were fighting each other were actually moving in unison with one another. Here's your answer right here. The algo's resting dark liquidity is routed in conjunction with the firm's dark heat map technology. Resting orders are set at a default 1,000 share minimum, but can be customized to the trader's specific needs. All right. Now, this is relating to equities. However, the technology is not limited to equities. The reason I brought this article up is to show you the how. The last article that I read to you showed you the what. Now this article is showing you the interworkings of the algorithmic space on the how. Learning something yet? Let's move on. Algo update. Horizon says buy side can have algos their way. Horizon Software, based out of London, is offering the institutional traders the ability to buy and build his algos, putting the trader into the programmer's seat to make his own custom-tailored trading strategy. Again, this is the age of the algos. All right? To borrow a quote from Lord of the Rings, the age of man is over. Now is the age of the org. Okay? That's what's going on right now. You just heard it yourself. All right? I'm just firing off article after article that has recently come out dealing with this said subject. It's right in your face what is happening. The last one, I saved the best for last because this one's close to home. I had you overseas. We just traveled thousands of miles. We just went from I took you from Singapore, then I took you to London. Now I'm taking you back home to the U.S. You ready? Morgan Stanley's 16,000 human brokers get algorithmic makeover. Call them cyborgs. Morgan Stanley is about to augment its 16,000 financial advisors with machine learning algorithms that suggest trades, take over routine tasks, and send reminders when your birthday is near. The project, known internally as Next Best Action, shows how one of the world's biggest brokers aims to upgrade its workforce while a growing number of firms roll out fully automated platforms called robo-advisors. The thinking is that humans with algorithmic assistance will be a better solution for wealthy families than mere software allocating assets for the masses. At Morgan Stanley, algorithms will send employees multiple choice recommendations based on things like market changes and events in a client's life, according to Jeff McClan, Chief Analytics and Data Officer for the bank's Wealth Management Division. Phone, email, and website interactions will be cataloged so machine learning programs can track and improve their suggestions over time to generate more business with customers, he said. We're desperately trying to pattern you and your behavior to delight you with something you may not have been asking for, but based on what you have been doing, that you might find of value. We're not trying to sell you, we're trying to find the things you want and need. Faced with competition from cheaper automated wealth management services and higher expectations set by pioneering firms like Uber Technologies Inc. and Amazon.com Inc., traditional brokerages are starting to chart out their digital future. Traditional brokerages are starting to chart out their digital future. Their digital future. It turns out that the best hope human advisors have against robots is to harness the same technologies that threaten their disruption. Algorithms combined with big data and machine learning. Notice the carefully placed words within this post. Technologies that threaten their disruption. They love playing with words. This isn't technology that threatens your disruption. It's technology that threatens your destruction. Technology that threatens your unemployment. That's what they're letting you know here. They're laying off thousands of people. You don't need thousands of people when you have a robot. Don't. The idea is that advisors who typically build relationships with hundreds of clients over decades face an overwhelming amount of information about markets and the lives of their wealthy wards. The New York-based Morgan Stanley is seeking to give humans an edge by prodding them to engage at just the right moments. And then there's a chart and a graph here, robots rising. Robo-advisors are projected to manage 6.5 trillion by 2025. About 5% of global wealth, 7 trillion, is at the top of this. And then by 2025, that's where it is. It's actually getting close to the 7 trillion mark. All right. So it's exponential growth. Technology can help them understand what's happening in their book of business and what's happening with their clients, whether it be considering a mortgage, to dealing with the death of a parent, to buying IBM. We will take all of that and score them on the benefit that will accrue to the client and the likelihood they will transact. Morgan Stanley will pilot the program with 500 advisors in July and expects to roll it out to all of them by year end. All of them. 500 advisors, and then it says roll it out to all of them. It didn't say all of the 16,000. It said the 500 advisors and then roll it out to all of them. You know good and well they ain't keeping 16,000 people when they're only piloting the program with 500. I'm telling you guys, people need to wake up. I've been warning people for the longest time that this was coming. All right. Now, everyone's getting in on it. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, JP Morgan, they're all in on it. And you just heard about the central banks teaming up to quickly come out, roll out, and promote their blockchain technology so that they can have more control mechanisms over the fiat currency. All right. Now, a good question that someone wrote here in the live chat is, would a digital fiat currency have a limit in the number of coins in circulation? Won't this mean the central banks can't print money anymore? That is a very good question. That is an extremely good question. But look at it this way. What you don't realize, and most people don't, is that money is being not only printed, produced out of thin air, because it's not really being produced anyway, but it's also being quickly destroyed as well. In other words, they can erase just like they can create. It's all zeros and ones and pushing of a button. It goes on ad infinitum. So none of that matters. Remember, it's new rules now. It's new mathematics. It's new schematics. It's new economy. So the old tools and rules no longer apply. We've moved from the natural realm to the supernatural realm. The natural realm of physics says that you can only have an X amount of dollars in circulation, and there are different things that happen when you play with the numbers of dollars in circulation. We all know that. Inflation, stagflation, inflation, deflation, all that stuff, right? Well, guess what? Those forces now can be manufactured and controlled a lot easier with the digital situation. Remember, the blockchain is for you, so they can control you. But the rules of engagement, they still control. All right? It's just a different animal. It's going to take time for people's minds to wrap around it. And really, it's already been implemented. It just hasn't been officially rolled out. That's why people, economists have still been, going into conniption fits, because they're like, this doesn't make sense. That things should have collapsed a long time ago. Why are they collapsing? Because we don't operate under the natural laws of physics anymore. We operate in a supernatural money realm where everything is supernatural. And the central bank is God. And God gets to decide what he wants to do with his creation, i.e. his fiat, his digital control scheme. All right? That is where we are today, ladies and gentlemen. Finishing off now. Where can we make some coin today? That's what we want to know. And it looks like your Bitcoin and Ethereum are still in a parabolic state, per se. Bitcoin now officially, as of today, is in a state of correction. It's in an uptrend. It's in a correction. So that means that it stopped trending at the moment. We have a rally alert, so I do anticipate that the market will try to break out today. We'll have to watch and see. It was a nice run last night before I went to bed. It was, at the highs of the session. So I anticipate that will continue. I haven't looked at it. Let me look at it real quick. Yep. there it is. The rally alert definitely played out. 24.74 is the high, and the last price is 24.74. Yeah, we're at the highs again. So yeah, it's the rally alert's playing out in both these Ethereums and this Bitcoin. So boom bam on that one. I don't see that changing anytime soon. Therefore, let's see, this morning, it'd be nice if GBTC had some pre-market action, but it really doesn't. Not like some of the other markets. You know what I mean? Like right now, you could trade some of these other equities and stuff, but the GBTC is not. There's nothing happening. You're gonna have to wait, and it's gonna gap up on the open. I'm almost certain of it because we just hit that new high. So the way to play this one is to two-bar Charlie your way into it after the open on the Bitcoin. There's nothing else you can do with it. With GBTC, it's just the way it is. All right, let's get into some alerts. What we got going on here. All right. Of note, we do have a few rally alerts on the board today that I wanted to talk about. Let's see here. We got, of note, let's see, Synergy Pharmaceuticals, ticker symbol SGYP, has a rally alert on it. Sprott Gold Miners and the junior miners, Sprott. Okay, go ahead, Sprott. OIH, the oil sector, has one. So that's going to be an interesting one to watch. Let's see. We got, we got Halliburton with the rally alert. That can't be good for anybody. Financially, yes, but geopolitically, no. Let's see what else we got. Bitcoin, we talked about that. Let's see. Looks like soybean futures has one. So that's of note today. The other things we got on here is some oversold situations, and that's in York Water, YORW. So I'm definitely looking at that one. Let's see, we have Myriad Genetics has an oversold alert on it. Let's see, copper. All right, this is the JJC ticker. IYR, that real estate one, has one as well. IBM, and so does Chipotle. Chipotle got one. So we got a couple of interesting things on the sheet to take a look at today. So we'll see how these play out. I think it will be interesting. And let's see what else we got. Some notables that are post waving right now is Smith & Wesson, ticker symbol Robo Global Robotics, Potash, Nucor, Gray Television, Global Arena Holding, FAS, FAS, your financial sector, Dust, and COPEX. All right, so those are notable mentions that are post-waving at this time. All right, so with that said, any questions before we conclude? Because I'm going to have to run. Anyone have anything that you need me to take a look at, like real quick? If not, I will holler back in the trading room. So we all good? Hopefully everybody got a lot out of this morning's pre-market pulse scan. All right, let's go get it. Let's have a wonderful trading day. Let's get these tickets in, and I'll holler back. Peace. $21,000. We're at 20,988. down 14 points. NASDAQ 100 has slipped below 5,800. We're at 57.97 3/4. And the E-mini S&P 500 is at 2411.5, so it's staying above 2,400. And the Nikkei is up 205 at 19,880. Crude oil up 10 cents at $48.42.5. And the US dollar index is at 97.17. And gold is at 1268.50 after hitting a high of 1272.80. And it's right now down $6.80. And this is interesting. Let's see, that's okay. I guess so. Silver is down 28 cents to $17.12, staying above that critical $17 level. More and more day-to-day tasks taking over the job market. And right now, the unemployment rate for androids and algorithms is 0. Every android and algorithm has a job. It wants a job. Human beings, on the other hand, have been ruled obsolete. We're going to get into that in just a minute. But first, let's take care of some housekeeping. The overnight markets, the bond market. Bond futures right now are off about 10, maybe 11-30 seconds at 153.15. That's still in that medium range to high level. As long as bonds are trading around this 153, 154 handle and above, don't expect any rate hikes in the near term. It's just not going to happen. All right, Dow futures have slipped below, not say that, months before the fact. Yes, it's happening. If you go back and you listen to my series on There Is No Collapse, you heard me talk about that. I did that series quite a while back now. And yes, we talked about this very fact. Tokenized dollar, Singapore Central Bank details new blockchain trial. Singapore Central Bank has published new details of distributed ledger trial that saw it issue digital tokens tied to its national currency. Issue digital tokens tied to its national currency. The report released yesterday details work conducted, and natural gas has made a comeback after getting near the $3 handle. Now we're at $3.11, so it's up 4 cents. All right, so there you have the overnight markets. Not too much going on. Jobless claim numbers are coming out today at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that could possibly move the markets. All right, what I wanted to talk to you about today is some articles. Yes, there have been some articles. Tokenized dollars. Singapore Central Bank details new blockchain trial. Did I not tell you that the central banks were in the process of setting up their own blockchain? Did I not function well on my end? All right, looks good. All right, this is the pre-market pulse scan for Thursday, June the 1st. The time is about 7:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have a few things we need to go over today, and I'm hoping we can get it all done here in a timely fashion. There has been a plethora of news over the holidays, and you're beginning to see just how fast the agenda is being pushed over the last few weeks, last couple of months. On Be the Guerrilla Economist Rogue Money Show, we've been dealing with certain aspects of how technology is taking over